Good morning. My name is Jessica Rawlings and I'm an athletic training major here at Temple University. This morning I would like to discuss with you the issue of concussion recognition in youth athletes. First, I would like to define exactly what a concussion is. According to the American Association of Neurological Surgeons, a concussion is a clinical syndrome characterized by immediate and transient alterations in brain function, resulting from a mechanical force or trauma. Approximately 45 million American youth participate in organized sports every year. Each year, 1.6 to 3.8 million sports-related concussions are reported. Athletes between the ages of 5 and 18 account for 65% of all sport and recreational-related brain injuries that are treated in the emergency department. From 2001 to 2009, the annual number of traumatic brain injuries increased 62% in children under the age of 19. A study reported that only 61% of youth coaches could correctly identify the signs and symptoms of a concussion. The same study showed that 42% of coaches thought that a loss of consciousness was necessary to diagnose a concussion, and that 26% believed that it was okay to return an athlete to play before his or her symptoms resolved. A high school student's average recovery time post-concussion can span anywhere from 10 to 14 days. This recovery time could be much longer in children. Educational resources such as Heads Up Concussion in High School Sports and Heads Up Concussion in Youth Sports are made available for all coaches by the Center of Disease Control. A study found that over 80% of high school football coaches who participated in the Heads Up program found the program to be very helpful. 68% of coaches use the education to share proper information with athletes, parents, and other coaches. In 2011, the Pennsylvania State Senate passed Senate Bill No. 200, the Safety in Youth Sports Act. However, this act only mandates the education of concussions for coaches in scholarly sports. This leaves our youth participating in recreational organized sports at a greater risk for misdiagnosis and improper treatment of concussions. The studies show that the Center of Disease Control Heads Up programs for educating coaches works phenomenally. The state should further the Safety in Youth Sports Act to all organized sports associations. The Heads Up program are free and can be taken by anyone, leaving no room for excuses. Organized sports associations should be mandated by law to have all of their coaches undergo this simple training. The bill already imposes penalties to the coaches who do not participate in the concussion education program, and these penalties should carry over to the organizations. The penalties include a first violation, which results in a suspension from coaching any athletic activity for the remainder of that season. A second violation by a coach results in suspension of coaching for the remainder of that season and for the next season. And a third violation by a coach results in permanent suspension of coaching. I believe that the sports organization should be penalized as well. So if more than a third of their coaching staff does not complete the Heads Up program, the organization will be fined. If the following year a third of their coaching staff still has yet to complete the Heads Up program, then the organization will be terminated for the season. I believe that the presidents of the sports organization should be held responsible to collect the completed concussion program forms, and that all coaches should be told to complete the program prior to the start of the season. A representative from the Center of Disease Control can visit an organization and ask for these completed forms at any given time. The misconception of concussions can be deadly, especially for a child. If the concussion is not recognized and the athlete undergoes another concussive or subconcussive blow to the head, their injury could become life-threatening very quickly. The repeated trauma can also lead to life-changing illnesses such as depression, anxiety, and degenerative diseases. This proposal takes what is already a step forward in preventing injury and spreads it through the whole athletic community. Thank you for your time. I would now like to open up the floor for any questions or concerns.